Okay, so this is my social media analysis, and I used Facebook. So for the potential concerns and risks. Um, so in the beginning of 2018 is when Facebook actually started to have a consistent amount of security issues and privacy scandals. Um, the main issues actually began when Cambridge um, Analytica, which is a political data analytics firm, used. So they used an app to harvest Facebook user data, and then this was downloaded by at least 270,000 people. But the access was abused. So it helped build political profiles for more than 50 million users, and it had the intention of influencing elections around the world. Um, and so this caused there to be investigations into Facebook privacy practices, data sharing, and control over third party access. And there was actually a whole video that I watched of Mark Zuckerberg. He is the creator of Facebook, and he had to go to court over this. And it had actually brought up how sometimes we mention things or talk about things, and then the next day or that same day later in the day, it will show ads on Facebook for those things. Even if we didn't search them, it's just us like talking about them. And so I remember them asking him a lot of questions about that, as far as like how is it getting this access, and um, the control that third party access has over Facebook. And um, Mark Zuckerberg did reassure them that they do have privacy laws in place, and that um, none of this was meant to be an influence of the elections or any of that. But it did end up making them create a few different privacy laws from what they originally had. So I'll talk about that. The current privacy laws. So following the scandal, Facebook did update their privacy features. So it's now easier to find and use privacy controls. So they tried to make it more user friendly, because they were having a lot of people who um, didn't know where they needed to look or where to go in order to change their privacy settings for their profile. So users now also have the option to set preferences for the ads they want to see, rather than just all of these ads that may be popping up. And they are also now able to control what they share and who sees what they share. So you are able to make a post and block certain people from that post from seeing it. So like some of your friends can see it and some of your friends can't. So that way it allows you to have more privacy. Um, the past privacy laws weren't that much different, besides the fact that, like I said, they did create it to be more user friendly. Um, but since Facebook is free, they are able to post ads. And when a third party enters anyway, we have to accept that prior to them being able to see our profile. So there's always like a notification that pops up that says like, hey, this, whatever you're looking at, they want access to view your profile. And in order to continue what you're doing, you either have to accept or decline. And if you decline, it won't allow you to move on any further. But if you accept, then you are accepting that third party access to your profile anyway. And so they would be able to see your likes and show you more ads for those things. So for safety measures for those that do use Facebook, um, it is important for those users to have control of their privacy settings and know where to go, and also to not share certain topics on Facebook, because the thing is no matter what you share, especially if you are sharing something public, not only can your friends and family see, but the public can see. Anyone can go to your profile and see what you've posted if you have your settings on private. So if you're posting pictures of yourself or your children or a location that you're at, strangers can see that and they can also save those pictures. They are allowed, I mean, there's nothing that stops them from being able to save a picture from your Facebook. And so people really need to be aware of that, be aware of what they post, be aware of who can see what they post, and if it is something that they wouldn't want in the hands of a stranger, then I say don't post it, because um, it could potentially be dangerous for people. Or I know I've read stories where people are steal their identity in a way where they create a whole fake profile based on this person, and they even take their kids' pictures and their family pictures, and they pretend that it's them and that it's their life, and it's not. So just make sure to be very careful. And these are my references. Thank you.